It is time for a brand new Zen Mondays. That's right. My name is Stephanie Verchot. I am an empowerment coach, a motivational speaker, and an energy healer. And it is time for a brand new Zen Mondays. 20 minutes once a week of feel-good vibes, Zen tools, and everything you need to get started and join a great week ahead so you feel empowered and you can take on whatever comes your way. Hello, hello, welcome. I'm gonna wait a little bit as we get new people coming in, getting cozy, as we listen to some good bossa nova. How was your day? How was your Monday? That's right, I'm gonna be live on both Instagram and Facebook. So in case you see me going back and forth, you know why. Welcome again. All right, so let's get started. Our episode today is all about crystals. So I've been getting a lot of questions and insight and curiosity all around crystals, how to use them, how to cleanse them, how to recharge them. So if you're new to crystals, or even if you use them, I always say you can always learn a little bit more in the process, right? All right, so let's get started. Let me turn this down so I don't get distracted. So welcome again, everybody. My name is Stephanie Verchot, and tonight in Zen Mondays, we are gonna be talking all about crystals. Hi, Mel. Hi, everybody joining in. So before we begin, let's burn some Palo Santo, which I'm going to be talking about today, and how you can use them in your crystals, how to cleanse them. You just have to light it up and just let the smoke clear the air up. So today's topic is crystals. So I have to give a special shout out to the Kardashians. No, in all seriousness, because they've brought it back to mainstream. So crystals have been around since the beginning of time. Crystals are really a conduit of energy. So it allows the good energy to come in as you allow that negative energy or the toxic energy to exit your body. So if you research a little bit more about crystals, I won't get too much into it, but crystals, it's like the Earth's DNA. They hold so much energy. They've been around for thousands of years, and we're still using it nowadays because it works and there's power behind it. So like everything or most things, there has to be a want, there has to be an intention, and why you're gonna start using your crystals. For those of you that are coming on, welcome again. I'm gonna be going between two screens because I'm live on Instagram and Facebook at the same time, just in case. Welcome, Denise. So to continue moving on for crystals, the main function of crystals is to cleanse, to release, and just to move the energy. So when it comes to, yes. Okay. Sorry about that. So when it comes to crystals, you want to cleanse the energy and then transmute it. So you never want to say, oh, this energy is gross, and put that back into the world, because that's never good energy karma. Also with crystals, you can use them both to clean yourself, as in your environment. We are energetic beings, as well as to clean your office, your work environment, your house environment. So depending on what you're seeking, whether it's releasing stress, whether it's finding love, whether it's if you're feeling stuck and you're looking for some clarity, depending on the purpose of whatever it is that you're searching, there is a crystal and a property that's going to help you with that. And then, so let's get started. That was a little bit of crystals 101. I kept it really broad, but it gives you a good foundation on what I'm going to talk about. So if you're new to crystals, when you get new crystals, it's really, really important that you cleanse them and you clear them out. And I'm going to walk you through a couple of steps that you can do if you want to start playing around with them, or if you may have gotten crystals and you didn't go through the cleansing process. So the reason why it's so important to cleanse the crystals, and I have a few of them here that I'm going to share with you in a little bit, but crystals are going to absorb that energy, and some of them are self-cleansing, meaning they don't need to be cleansed, but most of them are going to hold it all in. So when you go to a store and you buy a crystal, you never know who touched it, where it was created, the process it took from, where it came from to the store, all the hands that it got on. So you want to make sure you cleanse it, so when you start using them, it's truly your energy and you're not using somebody else's energy in the process. So how do you cleanse crystals? So there's two different kind of processes. I'm going to be talking about smudging. Is anybody on? Have you heard of smudging? Maybe you have no idea what it means, but give me some smojis, drop some love, and let me know. Okay, so we have some of them coming through. Okay, good. So hearts coming up. So with smudging, what it is that you want to cleanse, again, whether it's yourself or the environment. So because you're holding, okay, so I'm drinking this, or if you're holding a physical thing, it doesn't mean that invisible, there is an energetic vibration to it. So do you ever feel like you walk into a library, or you're walking into an office that you haven't been in a while and it feels heavy? It feels like there's something off and you can't really put your finger on it. It's because these places hold vibrations. So with smudging, you're able to clear that vibration both in your environment but also with your crystals. So there's two things that you can use, and they're plant medicines to clear your crystals. So the first one, I started using it at the beginning of Zen Mondays, and this is Palo Santo. So Palo Santo, the translation is holy wood. So it comes from the forest of Ecuador. So there's been a lot of spiritual learnings in Ecuador, and this is basically a wood, and the properties that it includes, it cleans the environment and cleans the air. So it's not necessarily just like a woo-woo, like, okay, the sage and all that stuff, but it literally changes the molecular in the air, between the energy and the air, to produce and to clear it out so it benefits you. So the way you do the Palo Santo, if you want to a lot of people clear their office environment, their computers, where they're working, and you just light it up. You let it light up, and once it starts burning, all of that comes out is going to clear it. So when you have a new crystal, you got your crystal, get into it, but you're going to smudge all around it. And all it is, quick question, can you tell us a reliable source to get good crystals? Yes, so there is an online place called Energy Muse that has wonderful crystals. So, and they give you good information on each of the crystals. If you live in the city, there's a beautiful place in the Flower District called Rock Crystal. And they're also an amazing, beautiful, really high vibe crystal shop. So hope that helps. Let me know how it goes, Denise. So with this one, you're going to clear it out. You're going to clear the crystals. You can also, again, clean your home and clean your area. The second one that you can use, and I have it here with me, it's sage. So this is white sage. The most common sage is made of, or the sticks, they're made out of sage and sweet grass. So what the sage is going to do is going to clear out any energy, any negative energy, and the sweet grass is going to gather all the positive energy. So with this one, you also want to light it. This is a brand new one that I'm using tonight for you guys. And then, for these ones, Denise, you can get the sage or the Palo Santo, and I get it at the Union Square Market. They have awesome ones, also at Chelsea Market downtown, but you can also get them online. I would suggest Energy Muse is a great place, but always Google where you get it from, because you want to make sure it's a good source. So this is the white sage. You burn it out, and again, it's going to change the energy. It's going to release any energy that's in the air. With this one though, I always run it with water, because if you can see here, it's super thick. So it can start burning in the middle without the outside, and then it can burn out without you knowing. So these are the two sources that I use. Palo Santo is going to increase your creativity. So it not only purifies the air, but it increases and enhances your creativity. With the smudge stick, which is this one, it's mainly going to purify and cleanse the air. So they both have the same purposes. This one increases and enhances creativity a little bit more, but when it comes to crystals and energy cleansing, they both are really gonna get the job done. Okay, what else? Before I move forward on the crystals I'm gonna talk about, I wanna let you know when it comes to smudging, you can also clear the air in which you live. So whether it's your home office, your bedroom, your living room, and those are, if that's something that interested, reach out to me, let me know. I offer services in which I clean people's homes, and I've also tuned into their office environment. So if any of you guys online have ever worked at corporate or anywhere for that matter, the environment can get a little bit heavy. So I'm able to do remote clearings. I actually have one client that just moved to another country, and she got her new apartment, and every time she moves, I've worked with her for a few years, she always calls me because she wants me to cleanse her home before she moves in. And if you're really sensitive to energy, like you clean a home before you move in with cleaning products and so forth, that's the same way, but you're cleaning the energy. So if that's something that you're interested in, I definitely offer those services. I love doing that because it feels so good for both me selfishly and the person that I'm working with. Okay, so let's move forward on the second part, cleansing your crystals. So I'm going to talk to you guys about 6 different crystals that you can start using. Hello, welcome, welcome. And when you start using them, you want to clear them out. So once you have the crystal, so I talked about, let's say you're going to use Palo Santo, then you get your new crystal, your amethyst. I will talk about it. So how do you clear it? You can do the smudging, but you always set the intention. So I'll talk about amethyst, but amethyst, for example, is a really great crystal that it helps access your higher self. So if that's something you want to do, you're increasing your spiritual practice, and that's something you want with amethyst, you set the intention as you're clearing it, and then you clear of any negative things, even if you don't know what it is. It's like, all right, I'm clearing this amethyst, I picked it up at a store, and release of any negative energy of anybody else that might have held it or might have held it before me. And you release it and you let it go. Super simple, you guys. This does not have to be some weird shit that goes on behind closed doors. This is fun, it's joyful, it's just like we're having a good time. The other thing that I do, and then I highly suggest, is once a month, every full moon, and just get it into your practice so you won't forget. I put them all by my windowsill, and I allow the moon, the light of the moon, touch them. I soak them in Himalayan salt with water, and you leave them overnight. So that way you incorporate a practice where every month you cleanse your crystals and you have them ready to continue using them, whether you're like put them in your bra, you take them to work like I used to and I currently do, or whatever it might be. So that's another great tip once you start getting into your crystals, rituals and routines and so forth, to make sure you're cleansing them every month. Because what happens is the crystal is going to hold all that energy and it's almost going to be blocked. So it's still going to be beautiful, but it's not going to help you do what you want them to do. So always clear your crystals. Any questions so far? This is the best thing. I could literally talk about crystals all day, every day. Are we good? Question, hearts? Okay, great. Okay, so let's move forward for the second part of Zen Mondays. I'm going to share with you guys 6 different crystals, let you know what they're for, and the benefits that you're going to get from them. So if you're just joining in, this part will be about crystals, benefits, and keep it super simple. So I want to start, I do have the amethyst, so let me start with the amethyst. So amethyst usually comes in purple. So this is a smaller one I have. There's bigger ones like this one I have, it's beautiful. So there's different sizes depending on, you know, how you want to use them. Amethyst is a powerhouse. So it's the most powerful and protective crystal there is. It has a really high spiritual vibration. So again, if you're working on spirituality, if you want to continue growing that part of yourself, amethyst is a great crystal to work with. Also, so any of you can relate if you're having trouble making any decisions. If there's any undecisiveness in your life, whether it's to leave a job, should I stay or should I go? It can be something like, should I go to the Bahamas or to Greece for vacation? Or should I break up with somebody or stay with them? Whatever decision, bring amethyst into that decision making, because it's such a great crystal to help you get really secure in your decisions. And then the last thing, well, there's a ton of things, but another great thing is it's going to improve your motivation. So if there are certain areas in your life, like if you're struggling with like working out, it's the new year. I was gonna say with me has been eating, because I feel like, you know, Christmas and the new year or whatever it might be, but there's a little bit of a lack of motivation. So bring it into that and set the intention. Hey, amethyst, I want you to help me and give me motivation to start working out again, to start eating better for myself. And this will help you do that. So beautiful amethyst. The second one I have is the rose quartz. So the rose quartz, I have a couple, but it's basically light pink. It's a beautiful crystal. I get a little bit closer to the camera. It's a little translucent. Rose quartz is all about love. It's unconditional love. It's gonna purify and open your heart. If you're looking to find a loved one in your life, if you're looking to be in a relationship, put the rose quartz in underneath your pillow. If you're going through a little bit of heart problem with your significant other and you're going through like a little bit of a situation, bring rose quartz into your relationship. So the other great time I use rose quartz, if you get into an argument with somebody and you want to forgive them, if somebody really hurt your feelings, even if it's been going on for years and you don't know how to forgive them, meditate with the rose quartz, because it's gonna bring that love into your heart and it's gonna allow you to learn how to forgive somebody when you're finding it really, really, really hard. Two last things that I love about rose quartz is gonna comfort you with grief. So if you're grieving a death, if you're grieving, I don't know, you lost somebody, you lost touch with somebody, any kind of grief, rose quartz is gonna help you. And lastly, which I think it's something we can do every day, is gonna teach you how to love yourself. So what are ways in which you can love yourself deeper, harder, better? So rose quartz. Okay, the next one is carnelian. So carnelian is a beautiful stone, especially nowadays. It has a red hint. Carnelian is gonna ground you, it's gonna anchor you. Carnelian is gonna balance and stabilize in your life. So if you're going through a lot of changes in your life, or if you feel, nowadays it's like there's so much going on, like social media and running around and work and being social and being with your husband or your relationship, whatever, there's so much going on. Carnelian helps you anchor and stabilize yourself. It's also gonna stimulate creativity. So if you're a creative person or if you wanna be more creative, put carnelian on your desk and allow that creativity to come forth. Carnelian, beautiful. Okay, this is a super popular one and I love it, and it's citrine. So I have a little bit bigger one and I have a smaller one. Citrine has like a yellow, palish yellow tone. Citrine, okay, citrine is energizing, it's warmth, it's the crystal of abundance. If you wanna bring wealth into your life, if you wanna bring prosperity into your life, if you wanna learn how to create more abundance, citrine is the one for you. Keep it at your desk, put it in your pocket, bring it with you everywhere you go. Citrine is a beautiful stone and crystal. It also helps you bring more joy into your life. You guys, where there's citrine, gloom and negativity has no room. It's like that mosquito repellent, but it's like a repellent for gloom and negativity. So if, for example, you're having an argument with your family, or I don't know, a lot of people, they get uncomfortable with their family or it becomes really overwhelming, bring a citrine with you. Oh my God, bring it to Thanksgiving. Put it in your pocket and you will see it like dissipates that negativity and any sense of gloom. So yeah, citrine, get it. It's a must. And then the last two, I have two left that I'm going to be talking about. This one is selenite. So selenite can you can get it in a wand or you can get it in a regular, in a square. There's different ways that it comes. But selenite, it's going to bring peace of mind and clarity when you're feeling confused. If there's a lot of, I even meditate sometimes and I like put it on top of my head. It brings peace of mind, it brings clarity. Selenite, it's such a beautiful, beautiful crystal. It's gonna instill deep peace within you. So if you're feeling all over the place, if you're feeling that you're scattered, start meditating and start using selenite. I also love it to put it in my bedroom because you want it to be calm, you want it to be easygoing, and really to instill that joy. And then what I love the most, and hear me out on this one, selenite. So it's gonna bring an understanding to things that are subconscious that you haven't fully consciously understood. So for example, do you ever hear yourself talking and just saying, I feel like subconsciously I might be blocking X? Or I really want this job, but subconsciously you may feel like you're not ready for it, therefore it's not gonna happen because consciously and subconsciously you have to align in what you want. This stone and this crystal is going to help you have that understanding subconsciously in a conscious way. Make sense? Because this is a big one. This is a powerhouse. And it cleanses itself. So don't soak it in salt water because it will dissolve. So just let it be. It cleanses itself. The last one is the black tourmaline. So it's black, and this one cleanses and purifies and transforms. So this one is going to promote self-confidence, and it's going to diminish fear. So if you have a presentation, if you're going on stage, do like a public speaking engagement, put it in your pocket because it's going to strengthen that self-confidence. It's also really good to bring to your office environment because it's constantly cleansing and purifying the environment. So it's a great one to just put it in there. And I love this one because it helps protect against electromagnetic smog. So we are all running around with our phones, with our iPads, everything we have around us is magnetic. And just like there is fog out there with the air, how it gets dark, the electromagnetic resources, it creates a smog between us and it blocks some of our vibration. So this one is going to protect you against that. You can put it on top of your laptop or in your work office, so it protects you against those vibes. That's it, you guys. Our top 6 quartz crystals that will help you if you're starting out with your crystal practice. Do you have any questions before we do the second part of Zen Mondays, which is our meditation? Let me light up some Palo Santo, get in the groove. Okay, so let's get comfortable. This one is gonna be a shorter meditation, but it's amazing because what we're gonna do is we are going to remove any of that heaviness. I don't know about you guys, but it felt so heavy today. Anybody agree? Give me some hearts, give me something. Today felt like a heavy day. So this meditation is gonna help you release that heaviness and feel lighter. So you don't spend the rest of the week dragging ass and you really feel light within yourself and what you're doing. So let me find a good song. And while I do that, just get comfortable, sit straight. So you don't wanna lay down for this one. This one you wanna sit straight and make sure your spine is straight. Here we go. All right, take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Take another deep breath and close your eyes. And continue breathing. As you continue breathing, become aware or where you have the most tension in your body. That heaviness, that tension, where do you feel it? Is it in your heart? In your stomach? Just take a couple of seconds and feel that heaviness. Once you've pinpoint where that heaviness has come from, imagine your spine, and at the bottom of your spine, you're gonna open it up and release all that energy, all that heaviness, that anxiety. Just visualize it being released through the bottom of your spine. As it's gently releasing, just know in your heart that it's being recycled and transmuted back into the earth as positive, alive energy. Continue releasing, and now start visualizing the top of your head on your crown chakra. And envision there is a light of purity and a light of energy coming in through you through the top of your chakra. And this beautiful light is bright and shining inside all of you. And it's replenishing all of your insides with strength, with motivation, with joy. So for the next few seconds, just imagine a loop of this energy coming in through you, through the top of your crown, and energy being released out of you through the bottom of your spine. And it's a continuous circle in and out. Continue breathing and release as you take in new energy and you're releasing. Slowly, you should begin that anxiety and that heaviness to feel smaller and smaller until you no longer feel it. You begin to feel that energy coming from above you, feeling stronger and deeper and brighter, to the point that that energy is the main energy inside of you, and the other energy has completely left your system. Continue breathing, and now take a deep breath all the way in. Hold it up here for a couple of seconds and feel that energy circulating inside of you. Continue holding and expanding that energy, and release. Take one last deep breath all the way in. Hold it and exhale. And when you're ready, open up your eyes. Hello, hello, welcome back. I hope that felt soothing, that you were able to really release that anxiety and come back to this video anytime. It took 3 minutes. And you can do it anytime during the day. You can visualize that. That way you release all that drag and you really plug into the source that's giving you energy. Okay, so final things to share with you. So how do you store your crystals? What do you do with all, thank you, my love. I'm so glad you liked it, Denise. Mwah, I love you. So ways to store your crystals. So I bought, this is literally a cake holder from Anthropologie. Super cute, right? Okay, so you put in all your crystals there. So that's one way that you can store it. I also have other plates where you can just put all your crystals. It doesn't matter if your crystals are touching each other, not touching each other, totally fine. A tip that I use that one of my good friends, Fabi, shared with me is you grab a black tourmaline that's gonna absorb all that negative energy. You put it next to a selenite, touching like this, because this one absorbs, cleanses by itself. So this one is going to absorb negative energy. This one is going to cleanse it. Together forever, right? Great. And then this is a wonderful book, The Crystal Bible, if this is your jam, if this is what you're into. It has every single crystal's healing properties, benefits, anything that you can imagine, and it's a really good trusted source. So there we go. Any questions, anything that's coming to mind before we close out with a dance jam? This was so good. If this was something you guys loved, please share with your friends. This episode will be on Facebook and also on YouTube. I will share it, and sign up for my newsletters. I send it every Wednesday. Revisit Your Zen, where you will get an overview of what I talked about with the top outlines, and you will also get a link to watch the video again. And it's a great, it's like a great midweek boost when you're feeling it through that hump day. It allows you to get through the rest of the week feeling super good and empowered. So let's do this. Johnny Swim. All right, you guys, thank you for joining. I am so glad you came in for Send Mondays. Have an awesome week. Mel, I'm so glad you came. Let's light up some good energy. Here we go. Happy week. Go kick some ass and see you around.